As you know, we are a greenfield operator, and when we started our project, WiMAX was the only technology available at those moments. It is good technology, so we were quite successful with it. Over 1 million subscribers, break-even point after 5 months of commercial launch. We learned a lot, but the main lesson learned after our experience is that not technology itself defines your commercial success, but the ecosystem of equipment, ecosystem of devices. And if in WiMAX we had to drive this ecosystem on our own, invest our own money and devices development, convince manufacturers, device vendors, equipment vendors, and so on and so forth, then in LTE it's self-organized infrastructure. We don't need to solve all this chicken and egg effect. So everybody in the market are willing to produce devices, to produce equipment. Operators are willing to deploy networks. So huge ecosystem and assumes great commercial success. So as soon as LTE became available, we took this immediate decision to switch. Initially, it was the same strategy we had with WiMAX. So we were addressing our services to retail market with coverage of the biggest cities and urban areas. But half a year ago, we realized that different types of business require different sets of skill and focus. I am speaking about maintaining and building network and retail business, which two completely different lines of business. And if, for example, in other sectors we have production as one business, and for example retail stores separate business, then initially telecom sector was very consolidated, and the company, big telecom operators who develop networks, they at the same time develop their brands, serve customers, and so on and so forth. And we saw a lot of benefits in this wholesale retail approach, and we split our company in two parts. One part, which is called Yota Networks, is responsible for LTE network development, maintenance, and wholesale operation. And another company, Yota Retail, it buys a wholesale resource from wholesale operator and resell it to its retail customers, serve them, build a strong brand, retail chain, customer care, etc. Actually, a recent deal which happened between us and biggest Russian operators, which was also highly supported and blessed by Russian government, changed our rollout plans a lot. So we came into agreement that Yota Networks will build nationwide network in almost all biggest Russian cities, aiming to cover over 160 cities with the total population over 70 million by 2014. And we'll share this network and sell on a wholesale basis the resource of this network to Russian biggest telecommunication operators. We clearly understand with the existing available spectrum in 2.6, it's absolutely economically unreasonable to go in rural areas, and we need to get low-band spectrum, which is unfortunately occupied by military service in Russia. But it is another example how progressive big companies, which are at the same time big competitors, came into agreement if they see the benefits for themselves and for the market. So in Russia we created another alliance which is focused on cleaning the low-band spectrum and is going to make it available in 1 or maybe 2 years time for rural areas deployment. Yes, of course, because if we speak now about data-only model, and at the current stage of LTE development, it is data-only, or some custom solution for voice. And the business model and economics much more poorer than in voice business. And you hardly can speak about 40-50% of EBITDA margin like voice operators get used to generate. And in this case, you have to use all resources and all solutions to improve your business case. And the main and most considerable solution is consolidation, harmonization of the spectrum to maximize revenues per base station and utilization of the network. And again, such types of alliances, then one company or maybe just two companies will build infrastructure, and all others will use it, will help to consolidate and harmonize spectrum, because in other case the spectrum will be split between 4, maybe 5 players, and it won't be enough for right data business. I'm lucky because I can compare with WiMAX. I said it and I will repeat. We always had to drive the ecosystem of WiMAX device and push and push and push. But here in LTE, I see that even though LTE was introduced or became officially available maybe 5 years later after WiMAX, then the cost of the devices and the availability of devices already almost the same as WiMAX, more mature and well-developed technology. So I don't expect any problems with devices. So this market will grow extremely fast. It's extremely useful for us. So for us, which just a small player in a big 3GPP family, and that it's a great. We are very proud that we are becoming the part of this family. Can speak and share our thoughts, our idea, our strategy with such big recognizable players like Vodafone, Telefonica, and others.